Dorje Setrab is a Tibetan worldly protector Buddhist deity. So, Tibetan here means that he originates in Tibet. He does not have any source or origination in Sanskrit literature or in Buddhist India. Being a worldly protector, there are two divisions of protectors. There's wisdom protectors and there's worldly protectors. Wisdom protectors means that the protector deity, the deity itself, is actually enlightened. It's equal to a Buddha. That's a wisdom protector, which is equal to a wisdom deity. Now, a worldly protector or worldly deity is a deity, a living being, who is still within the realm of samsara and has not attained complete enlightenment. So, Dorje Setrab is a worldly deity, and he's a Buddhist. Often with Tantric Buddhism, Vajrayana Buddhism, if you have the word in Sanskrit Vajra, or you have the Tibetan word Dorje in front of a deity, it means that they're now a Buddhist deity, whether they were originally quasi-Buddhist or whether they were Bön or Hindu or some other religion. Once you put the word Dorje in front, which is Vajra in Sanskrit, then what you're doing is you're sort of stamping that deity as being, you're marking it as being, it's now Buddhist or under the umbrella of Buddhism. So Dorje Setrab. Dorje Setrab is a deity that has warrior appearance. Warrior appearance is another indigenously Tibetan idea concept. It's where you have a group of deities that all have a similar appearance of a male warrior wearing armor, carrying lots of weapons, wearing a helmet, having flags on the helmet and behind the back, extending outward, and riding a horse. And so this is warrior appearance in Himalayan art. So Dorje Setrab has warrior appearance. There's many other deities like this, and these deities generally originate as mountain deities, mountain gods, or gods of the plains, or gods of open areas, all different types of indigenous Tibetan spirits and local deities. So, Dorje Setrab is red or maroon in color, wrathful in appearance, holding in the upraised right hand a stick, and in the left holds often a lasso for catching enemies and demons and spirits. So, this form of Dorje Setrab can be easily confused with several other worldly deities in Tibetan Buddhism, such as Tsiu Marpo, Dorje Drakzen, Kache Marpo, and can be very easily mistaken for several Bön deities who are also worldly protectors. And almost identical appearance. So we have this issue with multiple deities with a very similar appearance. Now, as for Dorje Setrab is believed to be, by some groups, to be the original sort of worldly protector of Shangpa Monastery. Shangpa Monastery is very close to Lhasa. It's like a half hour, 40-minute drive just to the west of Lhasa, up the valley. So Dorje Setrab is thought to be this indigenous protector of Shangpa Monastery. Now, we do have the issue where we do not have a lot of worldly deities appearing in art prior to the 5th Dalai Lama and prior to the 17th century. We do have texts. We have some texts which talk about worldly deities, but we have very little art that is earlier than that time period. And so it's very difficult to know for sure when these deities really appear. In literature, it's easier than art, but when they appear in art. Even the 5th Dalai Lama was asked to come up with to write a text on the Dorje Setrab, and then he writes in his own autobiography that he had difficulty coming up with early texts and imagery in order to write a ritual for Dorje Setrab. So this is just an overview on Dorje Setrab.